platforms. We started off on the web, and now the big push is video. We're distributing video and creating video for all sorts of platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat. But we're not limiting ourselves. We're going to OTT too. So we have a great partnership with your parent company, NBC Universal, and we're doing some great things with them. We announced a partnership with A&E Networks and their FYI brand with our Curved brand, a show called Prefabulous. And we're talking to the other ones too. We're not going to announce anything here, unfortunately, but we've got a lot of things in the pipeline.
Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, all of those companies like to tout live now.
Yeah.
It's the only place that you can do it. But which of those platforms do you actually find to be the most beneficial for what you're doing?
Well, we've seen some really big numbers both on Facebook and on Snapchat, but I'd still characterize it as the experimental phase, right? We're trying to figure it out. We've had some big success with the filibuster last week, for instance. Our Vox.com brand had hundreds of thousands of people enjoying this live experience together. And you could see the power in that. But to say that anyone has figured it out the way you have figured out how to do live programming on your linear network.
Still learning.
Still learning. And it's a great learning experiment, and you can really see the potential because people can come together, they can talk with friends about what they're seeing, view it together, and have a really interactive experience. But we've got a long way to go to figure it out.
On the journalism side, a lot of news organizations are figuring out how to cover Donald Trump, the presumptive nominee, credentials getting revoked. Now he's saying he might start his own news network. How do you tell your troops, this is our strategy, this is how we cover the election?
Well, it's interesting. We started out in sports at a time that sports media was changing, and we didn't have credentials. And then we determined we actually didn't want credentials because it gave us a certain ability to tell the story without beholden to the people who were handing out the credentials. We're not credentialed by Donald Trump's organization either at Vox.com. And you know what? We have access to the events. We can tell the stories. So it's interesting, though, because as time goes on, we are credentialed at other things. And it's interesting to see who is willing to give access and who isn't and what it means. I think more access, the better. And if you have a story that you want to get out, of course, you're going to give access.
One of the big conversations here in the media world is about what happens to Viacom. What does that empire look like going forward? And there was actually a pretty blockbuster interview in Fortune where Philippe Dauman, the current CEO, don't know for how much longer, but the current CEO of Viacom said, "We were the first to put our content on mobile in a significant way. We are in conversations with the digital players. We're working to revolutionize measurement of that audience." He's trying to dispel the notion that they're not a digital company, that they didn't go there. Is it enough just to have conversations? What makes a successful digital company, and is Viacom one?
Well, I'll say there are a lot of great people who I know, who I work with at Viacom, and they really are trying to do great things. But any organization that's in such tumult at the top, I mean, even a smaller organization like ours, if I were unable to guide the company to focus on the company day in, day out, it's going to have trouble, and the talented people who work for me are not going to have the direction they need. So it's clear right now that it's hard to innovate in such a dynamic space where things are changing all the time. Even when you do have stability at the top, they don't. They're going to be suffering until they figure it out.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.